So then tell us, gentlemen, who will be your partners for this in the engagement?
I'll be having Pieman as my chum.
Okay.
Excellent,
I will
excellent.
play with Dart Fox,
All
but
right.
now he changed his name.
And
Four
can,
very well-rounded players, I'd say,
Mhm.
myself. You guys are all pretty balanced around knowing how to manage your eco, so I'm really excited to see what kind of unit compositions you guys bring to the field.
I think it's just going to be bots this time around.
All right.
strats coming out.
Right. Yeah. Some things I really like about this map is it offers a lot of plays in the back. If you see this this huge back platform that kind of blocks off both sides, it's really good for teleporter strats in the back of somebody's base for a surprise attack. And then we also have a moon. I'm not sure if I think there's only a few couple metal spots in this moon, but
6 total from the looks of
it
it.
could offer some game-changing events.
You know, like you said, Titan, going through the back door sometimes is the best route, and I gotta say, having this giant open back door like this is a fantastic way for players just to, you know, really reach in on their opponents and just get them. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be it's gonna be quite. I'm pretty excited to see how this match goes. The players are all loaded in, so let me go ahead and switch to this. So. You want to you hit up that intro this time, man.
Get up. So we have Pieman and Zankar playing for the Crest Rot, and then we have
Dude, what is that
Discrape
name?
and Princess Fox playing for the Black Burning Sun. So, Black Sun Empire.
There you go. What is their name? Can you say that again, please? I never actually.
Black Sun Empire.
No, CR.
It's a Russian clan.
No, CR. Pieman and Zankar, the Crescent Rot.
Crescent Rot, yeah, or the Crest Rot.
Dude, what?
I'm assuming they're referring from a crusty asteroid.
Okay.
So we have
Okay.
we have the Crest Rot opening up both bots and tanks. Looks like with the comp they're going to be going really heavy bot this round.
Oh,
as
look at them
Zankar
bots.
told us earlier on today. And then we have Discrape and Princess Fox going a little bit more of a basic standard Uber build, going triple air,
Yeah.
and then one of them going double bot. So I think that is a very balanced build right there.
I
that's
think
gonna help out on
Zankar
this
sold
map.
out their strat, and actually, the Burning Sun is reacting perfectly, just going straight air units. Like, that's exactly what they need to do. I mean,
Yeah, triple air is really gonna mop up any docks trying to raid.
absolutely.
Especially on a front end map like this, you're not really gonna be able to hit your opponents from all sides with docks, so it's gonna be really easy to predict where those docks are gonna be headed, and what positions they're gonna be trying to take over.
Mhm.
And looking at this build order right now for Crest Rot, they're gonna be crashing power pretty heavily. Pretty early in.
They
probably
have
around
no.
the
Oh
5 or
my
7
God, they've
minute
got no. They have no metal extractors.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, Uber 10 and Uber 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ideal peak micro efficiency right here. Okay, so apparently it was actually Burning Suns that dipped in first, but the first round of bombers already on making their way downtown towards Pieman and Zankar. I'm gonna just call him Team Red because Crescent Rot's just what a name. What a guy. These bombers probably not going to get too much done. They might just snipe off this one Fabra that they're flying towards, and that might be it. I'm thinking what's going to happen is we're going to see Zankar go for the heavy airplay, and Zankar is like, Pieman, you take care of the air units. I'll take care of the other things. And, well, so far, 10 out of 10. Great micro from Pieman. Oh, jeez. 3...
Just lost the Fab there. That's
yeah.
good snipe by Discrape and Princess Fox. They're actually able to even save the bomber. They might even get a double. Oh, could get a double Fab snipe here.
I don't think he sees it.
think
Oh,
he
he
did
sees
get
the.
the
Oh,
snipe.
now he does. Now he does.
Yep.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Oh, still
Saved
gets
by the
one.
commander,
Okay.
but one goes down.
Okay, we're good then. We're good. Doc's already kind of starting to push out here with a little bit of a tank company. I like the idea of adding just a little bit tanks, but like you said, I think going heavy tanks with like a heavy air complement was the smarter choice. Because I mean, let's be honest. Do you remember that old Gandalf Legion comp box where it was pretty much just like this, except the it was like a mountain range and it had like the lava lane and the fire lane?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. The old meta strat to do was to pretty much just Hulkins creep the ever-living hell out of your opponent so that there was just no way that they could actually push into like this middle map area to try and capture any of the in-between metals. So pretty much you were always just trying to creep out your opponent with the Hulkins and the turrets and the tanks. The problem with, at least on my side that I see with the Crescent Rot is they're gonna be running such a cheap cheap army that it's just not gonna work out well for them when the more heavy expensive units start kind of pushing out here from the Black Sun.
Yeah, both teams doing a really good job expanding. I'm a little worried about Zankar and Pieman. They really need to get a metal storage up. They're wasting a lot of the metal they're producing right now.
Float boys.
And that's not going to play out well for them if they're planning to win this game. It's really going to give Discrape and Princess Fox a little more of the edge if they're wasting their own economy. So if we don't see a metal storage or if they don't start getting up more factories, it's not going to look too pretty for them.
Well, I don't think it's looking too pretty for them right now, especially just with their decision to go with these heavy docks. Excuse me. Yep. Here, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. This tier 2 tanks. I mean, what are these docks supposed to do? Besides maybe transitioning into like heavy boom bots with a bunch of tank support. I mean, at this point, they're pretty much just doing the exact. They'd be doing the same thing that Black Sun is doing, except Black Sun is a step ahead of them. So. It's I do not like the idea of going heavy docks on their side because, again, those tanks, all they have to do is they just have to stack up in these, very easy to defend choke points, and it's pretty much over right there.
Yeah, we do have an idle comm here, which is not the greatest. We're still seeing a lot of waste. They have the metal advantage on Discrape and Princess Fox. I really hope they put it to use soon because they are losing their advantage very quickly as they catch up in eco. And Discrape and Princess Fox have been using all of their efficiency really well this game already. I'm a little worried about Pieman and Dankard. They do have a lot of docks right here heading up. It's pretty easy cleanup with the air that
that's the thing.
Discrape and Princess Fox have.
And that's the problem. It's, yes, they have a lot of docks now, but one good bomber swipe pass. I mean, yes, the docks can shoot up and do some anti-air, but it's not going to be enough to kill off an entire air force,
Yeah, definitely. Seeing T2 bots now from Pieman and Zankar. They're really definitely sticking to bots.
with it.
Which isn't a terrible. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, they can make it work if they really do overwhelm their opponent with bots. It might pay off. Considering the balance changes that have occurred with levelers, slammers definitely will pay off in the trades if they might go correctly.
If is the key word here. It's kind of like the sword versus the shield. If you have a sharper sword than your opponent's shield, then yes, you'll win. But if your opponent has a stronger shield than your sword, then they'll win. And it's pretty much that kind of back and forth game that we've been talking about. Yes, tanks are a good option, but docks could overwhelm them if they have the numbers. But that's also assuming that the tanks also don't have, aren't in a strong enough numbers. I mean, perfect example here. Here comes the bombers, and there goes all the docks. There's nothing else that this one dock is going to do against 4 levelers. There's just nothing. By the way, just want to quick mention, the Black Sun has just gotten their orbital up, and they are going to go ahead and start heading off towards the moon, which does have 16 metal. I mean, it's not a lot, but in this kind of, this is your half of the map, this is my half of the map, 16 metal, it's just enough where you get tier 2 on it. It could be very game-changing.
Yeah, now Discrape and Princess Fox have taken the metal lead. They're leading almost by 200 metal at this point. I do like Pieman and Zankar's change up to go T2 air to take air control this game, which they are starting to gradually with their T1 air. I think the orbital was definitely a good investment. I'm really hoping to see some T2 air now from Discrape and Princess Fox, really to make sure they lock in this game, because if they don't contest the air, they're still going to give Pieman and Zankar some leeway to win this game.
Couple docks though raiding off here to the north, going after this teleporter and quite a few fabs, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Which
6 fabs up there.
it's a
Potential
good
snipes.
catch. It's a very good catch. I don't think that this is going to be game changing, in the least, because their energy is absolute trash right now. But they do have tier 2 fabbers out, and they are doing a pretty good job at just trying to get that energy up. So I hate to say it, Titan, and we've been talking mad smack, but it's working, and I'm not happy with it. It's working.
It's working so far. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when
Definitely,
Babe Ruth points to one part of the field and then grand slams it out of the park. It's like, it worked. Stop. It worked.
I personally, I wish Discreet and Princess Fox put up a T2 air factory instead of that orbital. I think it would have paid off a lot better for them this match. Considering the moon, yes, it will be a strong place, but not now. That's more of a late game play there. But considering their eco's fine, they don't really need the extra metal on the moon. So I'm curious of what their strategy here is and what their plan is gonna be. I mean, they could go for some Haleys later on if they really manage their eco well.
That
They
would
have been
be
wasting now. They have the
fantastic.
advantage, but they're wasting. They really need to get some more factories up to secure this game.
Mhm.
I do see a nice queue over here. If you hold shift, they have 3 air factories queued up to build, which will definitely help them out.
Their economy is strong enough to
heavily.
handle it too. So I mean, three tier 2 air factories would be more than plenty. Ooh, big
Yes,
big
looks
surround
like-
here
yeah,
though.
they-
Oh,
yes.
this is but
And it looks-
then they run the docks into the flame tanks. Oh,
Yeah, the overwhelming docks is actually paying off heavily this match, and
Oh, it
considering
hurts.
that Zankar even announced that that's what they would be going for while Discreet was in the channel is pretty interesting.
I mean,
it's paying off.
the
Yeah,
thing.
no, I wish they had Sparks in their
Mhm.
tank composition. I think Sparks would help them out. I mean, that is an overwhelming amount of docks. But
Yeah, that's the
Sparks
thing.
could change up.
I think the problem is it's because Pieman has taken over the air game for so long. If you notice, the Pieman's entire air composition, it's just pure hummingbirds.
Yeah. Ooh,
Blacks-
we see a telly in the back here, and blue has acknowledged that.
Oh,
Red has a telly in the back. They haven't done anything with it just yet.
Bomber's coming over to try and stop it, and my assumption is Pieman's air army is probably going to come over here and try and stop the air army from coming over here, but it looks like it's actually... Oh, was that a Titan? Excuse me? Titan? Question mark?
Ooh, yes, an Ares Titan coming up.
I like this decision. I love this decision because those docks are good against, mass tanks, but they're not good against an entire Titan that shoots, it's basically... The Ares Titan is essentially a mobile Hulkins. A very, very strong mobile Hulkins. And, it's really weird to say it, but the docks keep catching out these little, raiding parties of tanks. They are not engaging in these, full frontal assaults like the tanks need to be. And, again, I hate to say it, but they're doing it. They are doing it.
They are doing it.
Now,
It's working. I mean, that T2 air is definitely paying off. Having
Yeah.
those Phoenix is going to help them tremendously.
Pieman's diving in on this. This is a bad idea. There's tier 2 in this base, and they're gonna just... Oh god, they're flying right over the tier 2. Oh, this was a bad engagement by Pieman.
Yeah, they flew right over the flag. Wow, that's their. Is that
Bro.
half or more? That's more. Wow, that's way more than half of their air just gone. 80% of their air is now out of play.
And at this
That's,
point, with all the
that's
tier
pretty
2
big.
up, these bombers are going to just dominate the docks economy. So I think that was the throw, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty big. And considering that Hyman and Zinkar are now going to be behind 2 T2 air factories against BSE here, it's
Mhm.
pretty big. Now, yeah, we're seeing some Kestrels being built now. That's going to be really, really game-changing for the ground. These docks are going to get shredded by those Kestrels if they start pumping them out, which they
Yeah.
definitely can. They have the air control. They have this game pretty much locked in with the air at this moment. If they start getting out some Kestrels, they're going to start raiding really heavily, and we're going to see Pieman and Zankar
Big
getting
air
mopped
fight.
up really well.
This is a big air fight here, and the
Yeah,
tier
wow.
2 for Black Sun is in favor, but Pieman dancing like a champ. Get this boy some dancing shoes. He's doing a great job of just kind of skirting around the real army of the Black Sun Air Force, and he's actually doing a great job at taking these one-on-one engagements. I mean,
That was some really nice micro right there, definitely, by Pieman and Zankar.
but there's too
100%.
much tier 2. That's the thing. I don't know how much. Hang on, let me realign all the air armies, because I swear sometimes they'll just die off and then you lose all of them. Okay, so Pieman has a total of soon to be 3 tier 2 air, and then just nothing but pure anti-air coming out of his tier 1 air factories. It's going to be pretty much dead even in the air fight. So it's just going to come down to those micro engagements, really, which, I mean, as we just saw, Pieman is definitely more than capable of just overwhelming their opponents and just doing that fantastic dancing, really. Here we go again. Here it comes.
Yeah. Now, we're seeing on the moon here, they're getting a T2 bot factory up on the moon. I'm really curious if they're going to start going unit cannons on the moon to just give a different approach, just coming from a different planet.
I like the
That
idea.
that could throw off their opponent if they just start having slammers being dropped into their base.
Exactly.
The big plays.
Well, not even on their main base, just on the different metal fields around the map. I mean, nothing is more annoying and expensive than having to build umbrellas on your natural metal expansion, which, by the way, you know, it's frail. The Titan is up.
The Titan is up, and it's rolling out.
The
it
God
has no
unit.
anti-air defense, but it looks like the air is pretty contested on both sides. So.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Pieman's
and
diving in. He's going for it.
Ooh.
Black Sun not paying attention. Another big blunder here. I mean, it's going to get cleaned up, but at what cost? Pieman just leveled the field again. That's big. Because now this Titan is pretty much, I mean, it's not undefended, but it's definitely subject to, 5 billion docks. That being said, though, there are...
This right here, this is going to get cleaned up by those docks. This is going to get shredded.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like Black Sun needs to pull all of their units together and just focus around this Titan. That is how they're going to force Pieman and Zankar to engage in one area. You can go around it, sure, but then at some point you have to answer this Titan. And yeah, exactly. They're grouping up, and I think this... Oh god, don't tell me it's stuck.
Oh nope, it's moving. It's good.
Okay. Oh, okay. it started like going towards like the smallest choke point available. And I was just like, please no. Oh, big, another. Oh god, the blunders, they're coming out, man. No one paying attention to these docks on.
Those Kestrels.
Yeah.
Those Kestrels are really mopping that up. That was a good rating for us right there, and it's got eaten.
I think the
Wow.
name of the game right now is. They need to Zerg surround the Titan. That is how they're going to get the surround, the damage down, and that's how they're going to kill him. Oh, but Titan, my friend, there are more tier 2 coming up. They are definitely...
Oh, and another air is halfway done.
Yep, and it's only going to get worse. And Pieman trying to throw himself at this air army, but now it's just hummingbirds versus phoenixes, and it's just not going to trade. He can't constantly trade this poorly. He gets it though. The man.
This playing is. Yep, that was a decent air trade. That was definitely a decent air trade.
Pieman.
Yeah, we're probably gonna see a lot of Phoenixes coming out now from Pieman and Zankar. They definitely need to get their foot back into this game. We see a lot of tanks getting brewed up on the north side of the map. So that'll be a nice pushing force here. Yeah, that Ares. Oof.
I mean, what they can't fight this. They cannot just straight fight this with the docks that they have. At least, to be fair, it's been a long day since I've seen this kind of engagement. Oh, this is even worse now because as long as this Ares sits in this choke and has map vision, these docks do not want to engage. Well, as I say that, they're going to run straight in like a bunch of, kamikaze docks. Here comes the engagement, folks, and I'm not saying this is the end, but it's definitely a very important fight here that Pieman and Zankar have to win, but this Ares is just slicing and dicing these docks. They need to spread out, or they cannot be grouped like this in this situation. Oh wow. God. What do we say to the Lord of Death? Today's the day. See you later. Oh, God. I think this is...
tanking so much damage.
Gone. That Ares just obliterated the frontline army of Pieman and Zankar, and this is exactly what we were talking about. They can't just straight up engage an Ares like this because the numbers are just not in their favor. They need to group surround or at least push from 2 angles so that the Ares cannot one-shot, 500 docks in one go, and this Ares, I think, just won them the game.
Yeah, I believe so, and they even got a small raiding force back here causing some havoc. This is not looking pretty for Pieman and Zankar. I mean, the metal lead is disgusting right now from Discrape and Princess Fox. Over 1,000 metal lead on their opponents, and I can't see a solid comeback coming back from Zankar and Pyman unless they get a snipe. They really need right now. They need to be looking for a snipe.
Yeah,
That's,
there's
I would
now
say,
2 areas and a third almost halfway done. And I think at this point it's gonna come down to some crazy boombot skills, but I don't know. I mean, I want to point out, by the way, look at this micro defense back here for blue. They've got docks back there in case something like that happens. I mean, they expect something like that to happen. That is amazing game sense from Black Sun Empire.
absolutely.
Oh, a nuke getting built.
Yeah, and it's a real shame. I mean, Pyman and Zankar definitely had the upper hand in early game. It's just they wasted a lot of that metal in the beginning, and it put him in the same spot as Discrave and Princess Fox. And if they just only used that eco that they had, it would have made a huge difference this game.
Well, the tier 2 tanks are out, and they're going to try and make it work, but, you know, is it too little too late? Oh, hello? Hello, is that the Zeus? Hello, Sunshine? Yo, I heard you like Titans, so I brought out a giant flying tuning fork with electricity stuck to it. Yo.
Now that is a game changer.
That is fantastic.
That is a huge game changer.
That's 2 Titans basically free. That is 2 free Titans, and Pyman needs to micro this like a champ though, because all it takes is this entire.
He really needs to protect it.
No. If the Phoenix gets one good zap though, it doesn't even matter. Oh, they're just focusing the Titans. Oh god, there goes Pyman's entire air army, and this Zeus is you know.
Just going down.
Oh no.
Oh,
goodbye,
man.
sweet prince. Oh. The hope for the CR disappeared in the blink of an eye. Oh no. Well, I was hyped for a minute, and then the sadness took over. It is now
that was
back in
well played by Discrave and Princess Fox.
Oh, absolutely.
Really shutting down that counter for their Titans.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's big.
It's that air presence. Again, it comes down to Black Sun had one plan and one plan only. They're gonna mass tanks, they're gonna mass air. They're gonna do both, and they're gonna do it well, and that's exactly what they did. Pyman and Zankar, they were like, yeah, we're gonna mass some bots. Then we'll mass some air units.
Ooh, I like this. Mass kernels coming out from Discrave and Princess Fox. Really curious if they're gonna push those kernels or if they're just gonna really ramp up their build production with
build
them.
production for sure.
I do like that a lot.
Another, do I smell a last-ditch effort? Do I smell a last-ditch effort? Manhattan, Titan, and a teleporter all going up at the same time. Do I smell a last-ditch? I don't think that's going to be enough. It could happen, you know, but like the Zeus, once it's known, it pretty much dies instantly.
And what is their plan with that Manhattan? That is my
teleporter in the back and pray. Pray that they get.
They have both their commanders in the same exact spot. That push right there is actually a GG push if they get in close.
Oh, absolutely. But at this point, I mean, like.
Oh, and the Manhattan's out. They could target that Manhattan.
Snipe the Manhattan. Do it.
Do
it.
Boy.
Oh, he's running. He's running. They see it. They definitely see it.
They see the Manhattan.
Now, do they bully? That's the real question. Do they bully the Manhattan and leave the commander?
Yeah, they're definitely going for the Manhattan.
Going for the Manhattan holla. Oh, it looks like Blue's nuke is ready, so they might shoot the Manhattan, blow up the Manhattan, and there it goes. Yes! Shameful display.
And
now they should follow up with a nuke.
You said Blue has a nuke, right?
Yes. They have it built. Yep, there it goes.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Here comes the sun.
Oh my god, both commanders just kissing right now. They're just kissing each other.
They're saying.
Making out.
Come here, my love.
In the wreckage.
Close your eyes and think of a better time. One with mechs and asteroids all over the place. There's docks. There's happiness, and there aren't titans coming towards us. Don't listen to the beeps, my love. The beeps are just the beats of my heart saying I love you. And that no matter what happens, I'll always love you. Beep, beep, GG, Zankar. Boom. Good night, sweet prince.
Ouch.
Oh,
GG.
goodness. Well, he tried to pull a Babe Ruth, and it did not work. And that's all she wrote for Pyman and Zankar. So congrats to Black Sun Empire sticking to their guns, and I mean, when you tell your opponent your strat, then go for it. Well, that's what happens.
That was quite the match.
Brutality. Well, GG. That's all she wrote. So, congratulations to the Blackstone Empire for their win today against the Crescent Rot or Pyman and Zankar. They are the winners. So Zankar, quick question: when you told your opponent what you were doing and then you did it, did you at any point think, "Oh, I might have made a mistake"?
No, not really.
Now, you guys had the early game. The only problem you guys faulted at was your eco.
That float.
You had the eco advantage in the beginning, but you didn't utilize that metal.
We had the eco advantage at the beginning, and then we quickly lost it.
Yeah.
Because like the air, they pushed so hard on air. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I was really
And
I was
so
really
that-
hoping you
that-
guys were gonna
that's
take
what
that.
was- that's what cost us. We put everything into our air to counter the air, and then they just, well, they started roller coasting off the metal that they managed to obtain from the early game air rates and air. And so we were just playing the catch-up game, and that didn't work out too well for us.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't build a metal storage in the beginning. You had so much extra metal being thrown away. I was really hoping to see a metal storage or more factories, one or the other, to really just change that waste to production.
You know what? Storage never really comes to my mind whenever I'm doing
Oh, okay. Interesting.
it. It's not because it's I think it's a bad
Zankar,
thing,
ladies
it's
and
just-
gentlemen.
It slips my mind. I never really think. Never really have either.
Hey, you guys got
Okay.
any of them metal storage? Sorry, sir, metal machine broke. Oh, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, there you go.
I get you. So, Disc. I mean, you knew your opponent was going to be going mass bots, and you saw that he was going mass bots. At any point did your mentality change, or were you guys like, all right, here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to stick with. I mean, did you have a plan coming in, or did it adapt as you enter the game?
On start we decide build T2 tanks, but we had some problems against mass dogs,
Mm-hmm.
so we decided to counter it with T2 bots. And after we did some glee against Blue Hawk, and this army was good protection for our titans, and we can easy push on it. And we try get air dominance because bombers can be good counter against dogs.
Mm-hmm. So,
And we try get moon because it's free echo,
mm-hmm.
and I think our opponents will try fight on the moon, but it don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys played really well that game. Your air dominance was definitely strong. The Ares was a great play. You had the air to support it, and I think you guys played really well.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, good game, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
GG
being.
just great. It was a pretty fun game.
Yeah, thank you for both of you, for both teams. You guys did a great job, and GG to both sides.